Hey everybody, welcome to BrickVault. My name is Mike and it's time for our MOCs episode, Top 10 MOCs of the Week. Don't mind the mess on the table, that is the Jack's project that he's working on. It's an awesome MOC that we're gonna be showcasing pretty soon, so don't mind that at all for now. This MOCs video is having a lot of cool buildings in micro scale, so we're gonna check that out. And also there is a massive build at the very end that we're gonna really love. Without further ado, let's get into those MOCs. And as always, all the links to those cool creations can be found in the video description right below, and if you want to submit your MOC, here is the email to do that. It's gonna be also in the description along with the rules. And starting off this episode with number 10, we have the Big Bad Wolf by chubbybots. This cute, scary little guy was a part of a submission to the Iron Builder contest, and it uses this seed piece, which is the arc on his nose. That is an ultimately eye-catching build. I love the way his eyes are portrayed along with those clouds and the scary looking expression. Some fantastic posability here, so you can pose them in many different ways to make you look, well, much less funny, I guess. The building technique is also excellent, showing you how much you can achieve by just using simple pieces with simple connections. But anyhow, the build is excellent, and if you want to see more of this style of building and the quality that goes with it, check out the chubbybots Flickr page, they have a lot of cool stuff. Moving up, number 9 is something I just had to add to this list this week. This is a simple called MOC Kung Fury. If you are somehow living under a rock and don't know what Kung Fury is, it is a great short movie made in 2015 by Laser Unicorns that is the homage, the ultimate tribute to everything 80s in the movies. And this excellent build was shown to the world by no one else but Heath. You know, the guy behind Rejects. This build of course features Kung Fury himself with his trusty Lamborghini Countach, that is a very 80s car, I have to say. This build is just a modified Ferrari set from Lego, and the cherry on top is of course the build for this arcade robot that is fighting Kung Fury in the very beginning scenes of the short movie. It is a very close depiction of what the actual scene looked like, and I'm very glad to have seen this in Lego form. And for you guys, if you have not seen the movie, go check it out. It's officially on YouTube, so it's free to watch, and you should catch up because the sequel is coming. I can't wait personally. With number 8, we are moving into the micro scale. That is the Christiansen Park by Josephine Monterosso. And at first look, you may think that is way of a too simple build to join the top 10 MOCs this week, but look closely, there is something very clever going on here. All those pieces are Lego, and the trees, the look for the trees is made from rubber bands. Same goes for these tiny hedges in between those tiles. And yes, that is the main reason I chose it, because I did not see such a clever use of piece, not a very common one, let's say, in Lego, in such great form. The microfigure statue at the very center of this build is an excellent touch as well, and I think that for Josephine, the designer of this small, beautiful thing, this is a next great step in her micro building career. Pretty astonishing creativity here, and I would love to see more builds from her in the future. Check out her Flickr page. Number 7 for this week is also in micro building scale, and this is the micro scale castle in the glass dome by Peter Ilgrud. The glass dome is of course not Lego, that is just a piece from IKEA, but the building inside is definitely all Lego and it looks beautiful. This somewhat of a vertical build for a castle has a lot of detailing going on. We even have some clouds along the towers, along with a balloon flying right next to it. There is excellent use of the gem piece for water, the flickering water I may say. We even have a small monastery, a number of great looking foliage, and overall beautiful shaping of the entire landscape. I think that is the ultimate example of a great display piece that would go well together with any Lego fan's desk. Just recently I have become a fan of microscale building, and this thing just hits my top 10 list. Number 6 is the ever-returning Mech for my MOC videos, and this time around is the Raptor by Moko. This thing looks incredible. That is a Mech that probably packs a punch. It has place for 2 pilots, a pilot and a gunner, and the posability is just excellent. Same goes for the detailing of the build, and also the color combination with the dark red and gray just works wonders here. The thing can stand and pose as I mentioned, and also it can even sit for the minifigs to get in. What I also really like about this set is that it doesn't try to be something like massive, big or truly epic, but the use of pieces, and the very few of them actually, makes it an excellent build. I would love to see instructions for this MOC. This is the thing I would love to see in a Lego city. Moving up the list to number 5, we have another castle, but this one is much more recognizable. This is the Disney Castle by Koen in somewhat of a microscale form. The official name is of course Cinderella Castle, but most likely we all know it as the Disney one. This colorful vignette displays all sorts of very clever detailing. All the pointy towers and parts of the structure of the castle that are making the building itself highly unique are all present in this set. And sometimes I even think it looks better than the official one because it's closed off from all sides. Just looking at that, I am wondering why Lego doesn't doesn't pick up this idea to maybe recreate this castle in their architecture line. Cause apparently someone beat them to it, that is Koen, the designer, and his micro representation of this beautiful building looks just astonishing. And as we move up the list, the builds are becoming more complicated. Number 4 is James Watt Beam Machine by Nick Barrett. This is the historical machine that was a big part of the Industrial Revolution and pretty much pushed the humanity forward in terms of manufacturing things. This is not only an excellent display model, but it's actually a working one. You can see that it just works as the real thing. Of course, it does not use any steam to work, it is just all electric technique, but the entire process is recreated perfectly. This is the model launched into production in 1776 to commence the Industrial Revolution. The really cool touch here is the addition of the brick letters with James Watt name and the year of 1776. This is a very good example of fine LEGO engineering, and I'm pretty sure that this is such a good model that it may serve as a display piece in any museum. For some reason I didn't know about this designer before. You can check out his Flickr page because he has some fine LEGO building right there. Moving into top 3, number 3 is Church on the Hill by the king of all wall building techniques, Simon NH. This designer has proven himself to be an excellent designer for buildings and everything that requires a lot of detailing, and the newest build definitely goes well together with the entire quality of his builds. As expected, we have some amazing building techniques used here, especially that detailing on the windows using the halberd pieces that is a melee minifig weapon. Creates a beautiful intricate look for those church windows. There is also a number of very well fitted arcs among the portals, doors and windows as well. Some beautiful building on the roof and especially this bell tower, and even the cross at the very top is just a masterpiece. I am highly enjoying seeing any vignette, any display from this designer. He never stops to put me in awe about his builds, and Church on the Hill is simply no different. If you didn't have the chance to check out his Flickr page yet, be sure to do it and simply become amazed by the quality of his builds. And with number 2 we are leaving Earth behind and moving to Mars. This is Arsia Prime by eldeem, a future Mars colony. I picked this MOC for number 2 because at first it does look like simple, but apparently it is not. The base itself looks like a base that we would have maybe in the near future on a Mars planet. It all looks pretty realistic, starting from those modules that would create the habitable base, along with the rover that is exploring the rock formations, and the entire surface of the planet that is, as we know, somewhat barren and flat for most part. The minifigure astronauts working here and there, even along with those solar panels, make up for excellent atmosphere. We also have some growing vegetation inside the base, inside this greenhouse that is probably some inspiration taken from the Martian movie with Matt Damon. I really love to see such vision of a Mars base in LEGO form. Who knows how far this is from what may be a reality very soon. Excellent build from eldeem, and maybe even NASA might learn something from it. And the number 1 this week is something truly epic, that is the space battleship Queen Aurora by Mesa NeoGeo. And let me just say this, that is a huge minifigure scale spaceship that is consisting of a number of modules. The interiors are something that I have never seen before, as we have all things starting from crew quarters to engine compartments and reactor compartments, along with the hull and armor. Everything is there. I'm not sure if this ship even exists in full LEGO form, but the design is highly accurate. The designer provided a number of very detailed and well edited graphics showing all different parts of the ship, and every single detail is pretty much there. As I said, I am not really sure if he has built it yet, because those seem to be renders, but the sheer scale of it and the detailing is something that I would love to see on any LEGO convention. This is definitely a challenge even for the biggest ship timber builders, and I also believe that it is not the first ship of such size and kind from this designer, as we can find a number of such space creations on his Flickr page. This seems to be also a part of a bigger theme I'm not very familiar with yet, but I'm gonna definitely look into that because the sheer scale of this thing just kept me astonished. And of course all the graphics are in high quality, so you can check them out on the Flickr page to see all the small little modules in full detail. I highly recommend doing so. Alright, and that is it for this week's Top 10 MOCs video. Here are the top 10 MOCs that I have chosen. I hope you liked them. And now, as every week, it is time to show off your creations that you have sent to our email. Remember, you can find the email and the rules to come with that in the video description below. Keep sending those MOCs, really enjoy showcasing them on our videos. And thank you so much for watching. Leave a like and subscribe. Here are your MOCs for this week.